Hi there, Capricorn. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 29th of August. Your fortitude is one of your greatest suits, and your ruler Saturn continues to combine with the planet of energy, Mars, in the first half of this week. If there is something that you feel that you have to resolve in your situation of a deeply personal nature, these two will make you very stoic, but it could at times make you feel a little frustrated. Now, Mars is going to break free of the clutches of not just Saturn, but also the rather clingy, enervating vibe of Neptune from Thursday. But it does point towards, even when it's free, of some random energies still washing around, particularly from your past. And if there are some unresolved angers in particular, or issues, then Mars can rake them up before he goes on to enter your sign. However, what I would say to you is that this is an opportunity to clear things and see it like that. And the great knowledge and expansive and uplifting vibe that came in last week with that conjunction between Mercury, Venus and Jupiter, energy still reverberating around the heavens this week. It's just more nuanced. Mercury and Jupiter continue to be side by side at the start of this week, but Mercury does go into a retrograde on Tuesday. If you are involved in any kind of contractual negotiations, forging agreements, travelling anywhere, sending parcels of any distance, or you're going on a vacation and you need to go through a port, an airport or train network, the potential for industrial disputes is always much higher when Mercury goes retrograde. But of course, there are maybe some things that you can control yourself. You can't control all of it, and that comes from being very precise. And when Mercury and Jupiter are together, there can be almost a counterintuitive desire to just believe that everything will work out fine without too much input from ourselves. Try to avoid that trap. Monitor everything in a micromanaged way, and I think you're going to reduce the impact of anything going awry as best you can. Now, Venus also relocates on Tuesday, glides to the top of your horoscope. If you're in a long-term relationship, the next 28 days could be fascinating, because it could be a time when you and your partner decide to formalise the relationship, perhaps move in together, get married, or at least arrange a date. Or if you're single, you may find yourself attracted to someone through your work, or who's younger or older than you. There are no kind of rules when Venus goes through this part of your horoscope in terms of the type of people that you may come into contact with. I think what you're looking for perhaps is someone who's sincere and stable. That's going to be a big part of the attraction in any romantic alliance. Now, Thursday does see a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse in your ninth solar house ordinarily would give you a fantastic appetite for continuing that theme of widening your horizons, of being more go-getting, of finding out more about different subjects that are really intriguing, philosophy, history, anything to do with ancient cultures. All these things would really be something that could drag you towards them like a magnet. The catch is this particular solar eclipse does clash with your ruling planet of Saturn, and in turn is in opposition to Neptune. So that T-square is reactivated, or the square that's been going on between Saturn and Neptune comes into a T-square with the solar eclipse. So for the next 6 months, even though there may be elements of your world that you want to open up, are there going to be some inner blockages which are going to stop you doing it? Are you going to have conversations with people who just faintly, but in a clever enough way, stop you from really going for a dream because they're a little more doubting about what you're trying to achieve? But the biggest problem, I think, might relate to your past, your history, experiences you've had which have made you more resistant to being open to new things or taking risks. And that's where Mars is going to be so helpful to you, because before it does move into your sign, it's giving you a window of opportunity to really machete your way through your own inner jungle of self-doubts or fears, and try to set up a stage where you really can start living the moment and in a very dynamic way. If you can do that, this solar eclipse can be really exciting for you. But I think this expansion is not going to come without a degree of hard work and perhaps even a little bit of struggle, but that's just being utterly realistic. But if your life has become very samey, you feel stuck, you can't make things move forwards, it seems, this solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse, which occurs on the 16th of September, are going to be critical for changing things. But as Mercury retraces its steps, perhaps there's going to be a lot of research you're doing, a lot of thinking, and it may be the 22nd of September before you really put on the afterburners and go for it in the big way that you're utterly capable of doing. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck, and goodbye for now.